All right, guys, today I'm going to tell insane dirt bike stories from when I was 17. I got in a bad car accident. I got a settlement from insurance, so I did, I went out and bought a dirt bike and a fast car and a stereo, of course. So basically, the story starts, I went out of town half hour to get this dirt bike, basically. I found it online and went off to get it immediately that day. It was a 1994 Honda CR125. It was a two-stroke dirt bike, good looking. It was the dirt bike of my dreams. It was a little bit older at the time, but it was in good shape, and older dirt bikes are sometimes still really good. So me and my friend Nick took off. We got there, immediately saw it, loved it. Never really rode a dirt bike too much before. I did it here and there. My friends had them a couple times. I rode it, but no like real dirt bike experience. So I act like I know what I'm doing, and I hop on the thing, and I barely touch the ground, and like the guy had a straight driveway and it went up a hill. I didn't really pay attention. I was too excited when we came in. It was gravel, and he had like a cattle pasture and a driveway that went straight up a hill. So I, of course, got on the bike to be cool and floored it all the way up this hill. As soon as I got up the top of the hill, the road turned to the right, and I didn't see it until last minute. So I literally went down the ditch, was headed right at a barbed wire fence, and locked up the brakes and slid underneath the barbed wire fence, and the fence just scratched the top of the bike on the plastic and gave me a couple little scratches, but thankfully I was okay. So, not very cool. So I went back. The guy didn't see me crash, the guy that was selling the bike, but I told him, I'll take it, So basically I loaded it up, took it back to my hometown of Castleton, North Dakota at the time, and proceeded to ride it from in town to out of town, to ride it around outside of Castleton. And there was this little area called the pond, and we would usually go take it there and ride it. And when I first got there to go ride, I'm riding around in this old farmyard, and there's a driveway, and I'm in the farmyard and about to exit the driveway and come onto the road, and didn't see there's a frickin' barbed wire fence across the driveway. I think it might have had a license plate hanging on it, but I wasn't looking for a fence that's hanging 3 feet high. So thankfully the fence was low enough so it hit the front forks of my dirt bike. It hit right toward the top of them, thankfully, and I literally just purposefully jumped and launched over the bike. So I did kind of a cartwheel or a somersault, actually, kind of tumbled onto the road. It was a graceful fall, I guess you could say, and I thankfully didn't get hurt from this one. So, now that I've warmed up to my dirt bike and I know what crashing is like, I figure, what? I'm going to get my crazy friends on this thing and see how they do their first couple times riding it. So literally I took it out. My friend Joe had been drinking, and we took it out in a field, and he's like one of the crazier dudes I know. Like, he likes to drink and party a lot. So he gets on the bike. He's never ridden a bike. He's a total city boy, mama's boy type guy. Gets on the bike. He stands up like he's a pro motocross rider, and he just takes off, just full speed. He's in a flat dirt field, but he's headed toward a gravel road. Like, literally, he's full speed headed at a gravel road at like 35 miles an hour, and it has a ditch, and then it comes up, it goes down, and then it comes back up. And he literally, we asked him later, and he thinks he's going to ride full speed at this road and hit the ditch and jump the road like a pro motocross rider, like he's some kind of a hero or something. He never ridden one before. Floors it right at the road, drunk. So as soon as he drops down in the ditch and the bike comes down and it smashes into the other side of the flat side of the road, because he had too much speed to hit, because the trajectory of the ramp wasn't correct. It dropped down and then came back up. So when it dropped down, his front tire hit. He's going, standing up, riding like this. He immediately was like slow motion. His hands went off the handlebars and his body went forward. And he basically slammed his whole body into the gas tank all across. And he basically crappie flopped on the gas tank. And then the bike proceeded to basically just smash. And thankfully he didn't hit his body on the backside of this ditch. He smashed in the middle of the ditch, and then the bike tumbled and rolled and skidded all across the top of the gravel road. And as this happened, just a huge, huge dust cloud blew up. And we're all like, oh my God, like we thought he was dead. And we start running and just sprinting over there. Joe, we're just running toward this dust cloud in the middle of the gravel road. And he literally jumps up, woohoo, right out of the middle of the dust cloud. Absolute legend. So the next funny one I had was my buddy Nate. And Nate, I'll tell him in a few stories. I mention him in a few stories. He is awesome. He's one of the funniest dudes you've ever met. He's athletic, he's good at art, and he's crazy, right? So Nasty Nate gets on the bike, total city boy, totally never ridden the bike. Vroom, vroom, kills it, right? Oh, that's lame. What the hell? All right, rev the fuck out of it, Nate. Just go, Nate. Yeah. Get him all pumped up. Run. Drop that clutch, Nate. He drops the clutch. The bike, if anybody's ever ridden a dirt bike, you know if you drop the clutch on a 125 two-stroke, just stood. Not only did it stand straight up, it did like basically a jumping backflip, and the bike did like an entire almost full rotation backflip. It was about half a backflip. Nate literally did the Superman. It was in a field, and he did the Superman, and he flew about 15 feet and just slammed down. He wasn't hurt or anything. It was hilarious. So good times. So after all this fun time, I thought, you know what? I want to get good at riding wheelies. So I went out on the highway and I start popping wheelies. And after a while, I start getting good, and I'm holding the wheelie up in like second gear for a while, bink. And then I think, you know what? Why can't I just shift gear when I'm up here? I shift gears into third gear as I'm riding the wheelie. I'm like, oh my God, I am awesome. I am awesome, right? So then I go and tell my friends, hey guys, check this out, watch this. I'm freaking awesome. I can switch gears riding wheelies. It's like nothing. I'm so good. So I'm popped up. I'm switching gears. And my buddy Sean has a video camera. I got a car in front of me and a car behind me. I got like 2 truckloads of buddies. They're all like, yeah. They're like hanging out of the truck and cheering me on. I'm like, wah. I'm going in third gear about 40 miles an hour, and the wind freaking catches me, or I hit the gas too hard and the freaking thing flips over on the highway. And I'm on video, basically the bike just goes and it's flipping and sparking, and I'm like on my feet for a second, and then I slam down on my butt and I'm sliding like this. Thank God I had a helmet and gloves, because otherwise I would have really just had nothing left for hands. I mean, it would have been really bad on my hands. Probably down to the bone, let's put it that way. I escaped injury. I felt like I was gonna like shit my guts out. I got up because of the pain, and then the pain went away. No more pain. A little later, my ankle was sore. Otherwise, I got off scot-free. I barely even had any scrapes. So just remember, wear your safety equipment when you ride. You want to get stupid, make sure you're wearing everything you can to be safe. Boots. I've sprained my ankles horrible a couple times. Chest protector. Gloves are very important if you're on concrete. Get leather gloves. Helmet. You need a helmet. Like, you just need one on a motorcycle or dirt bike or anything like that. So be safe, guys. I got plenty more motorcycle crash stories and all kinds of different crazy stuff. So please like and subscribe, and have a great day.